Hello guys, have you ever wanted to like really much just main a hero deck instead of using it as like a side deck like Destroyer, Phoenix, Enforcer right here because of its good effect? Well, really much here's a whole entire video about how to main a hero deck along with Neo Spacians, but wondering how that will work? Just watch the video and you'll see. Alright, first what you need is 1, 2, and 3 strategies. 3 or 2, but it's whatever your choice. I picked 3 because it's easy to search out. Now obviously its first effect is not that bad. It basically destroys spell or traps equal to the number of hero monsters you control. So if you have 6 in total, you destroy 5. So destroy your whole entire opponent's back row. Or add 1 hero monster from your deck to your hand. This is really great to start with the go with strat first, like when you go like you know some of your stratos, and then you really must search how to get forest to your hand. Basically all that type of combos. This is really much of a great card. This has helped me a lot, help me get to the big combos really well. Next up is obviously 3 hero lives. Basically pay half your life points to special summon 1 level 4 lower elemental hero monster from your deck if you control no monsters in the field. Now paying half your life points is a lot, and I was actually kind of considering because I thought this card maybe probably not be that bad. So I obviously probably only put like 2 to probably put like that, but really this is actually really overpowered because really it starts like your combo everything, especially if you want to summon with shadows. But even if you have shadows in your hand, you can probably special summon Shadow Mist to obtain match change in order to get dark a lot quicker. But this is basically a simple one. First off is obviously the D heroes, malicious, having all 3 of them. TCG for me, they allow you to have 3 maliciouses instead of 2 in the OCG. So basically, you can use this effect now constantly with the full max. That's what you have. Along with that is 2 increases to use with Forest's effect to search out one vision hero monster from each spell trap zone, and this is a continuous trap. And if you use this effect while it's at a continuous trap, you can special summon this card by trimming 1 card, and if you do, you can automatically special summon a level 4 or lower lower vision hero monster from your deck. And then speaking with this combo, it goes on with here 2 Vions. Basically this effect is that it's different from actually all the vision heroes. So it's basically like when this card is like normal special summon, you can send 1 hero monster from your deck to the graveyard, and if you banish the card, search out 1 polymerization. What it includes is having 1 polymerization and then having 1 miracle fusion on you. Never really gonna use polymerization a lot, only just for this 1 fusion to get like sunrise, but I guess it's something like that's normal. Next up is 2 fusion destinies for the special summon Destroy, Phoenix, and Enforcer quicker, especially then both in the TCG and OCG. That Anaconda plan I forgot his name, but basically that while it's available in Master Duels as 1, you can't really much have it because it's banned in official games, the official like TCG and OCG. So it makes quite sense of why. Alright, let me get my other cards. Alright, let's move these to the side. And first up, we have 3 Farces. They are not really much that expensive, but basically the effect is that while special summoning this, you can really much discard 1 card, send it to the graveyard, and special summon instantly, then use it just to get increases effect, then use it again to tribute this, send it to the graveyard, special summon this, and Vion, and then the combo goes on and on. Now obviously Farce is a really great card to use. It is something that also really much brings the hero decks into seeing much more competitive play. Most likely they did see play, but that's only for the dark attributes, dark archetypes, like I said, where Destroyer, Phoenix, Enforcer, and like obviously the mask heroes, since they're all dark types. That's why Fusion Destiny is also used a lot too, because from the fact that while it restricts you from special summoning except only dark hero monsters, so it makes it quite easier for you. Next off, it is 2 emergency calls for a grade 1 to search out any elemental hero monster from your deck. So obviously searching out just a Stratos, and then the combo goes through. Not really much here, but you're gonna really much use 1 Shadow Mist, 1 Liquid Soldier. Basically Shadow Mist effect is that if it's special summon, you can search out like one chain, mash chain from your deck and add it straight to your hand. Liquid Soldier, the Liquid Soldier allows you to really much like lets you special summon a level 4 lower hero monster from your graveyard. Both have a graveyard effect. Shadow Mist's effect basically just states that oh man, that basically that you just have to like that if you send to the graveyard, you can search out any hero card. So basically being the Stratos, but graveyard effect, and it's only like a once per turn. Liquid Soldier effect is not really much that bad. It lets you draw 2 new cards, but you discard 1. It's basically like an upgrade version of Elemental Hero Bubble Man. But except it has to be used by fusion material for a hero monster in order to be used for that. It can be either being sent to the graveyard or banished. Next up with another card, it is Reinforcement of the Army, a really great card for hero decks. The fact that you get to search out a level 4 warrior monster, which that being Liquid Soldier, increase Vion, Stratos, basically all that. A card that really much is coming here is Spirit of Neos. Basically, when you're about to get attacked, you special summon this card. This card cannot be destroyed by battle, and uses the fact that you could search out 1 like spell or trap that mentions Neos. So it makes it much more of a greater card to use. Search out. Now with the Neos ones, we really much have here is 2 Elemental Hero Neo Assists. Yes, and you don't have to really much build your deck around this guy. Some people are just weird like that, and they basically like say like they're like, it's not like they're like obligated to put Neos in the deck because he was Judai's like ace monster, but that doesn't matter. I just like Neos. Yeah, I like it like its final fusions. So that's why I put Neos in here. But you don't have to do that. But then later, if you want, but then again, you have to really much put like something else. There's also Alias that exists. That's like a Gemini that his name becomes Elemental Hero Neos on like if it's on the either from your field or graveyard. So it wouldn't be that bad. It's easy to summon because of level 4, but that doesn't matter. 2 is really much level 7 vanilla monster. Nothing really that much. Great fusion materials though. I've got to show the last of the Destiny monsters, main ones. Basically these 2. 1 D-Force, 1 Destiny Hero Plasma, and 1 Destiny Hero Denier. Denier's effect is basically that when this card is normal summon, special summon, you could put 1 Destiny Hero that's either banished or in the graveyard. Back to like on the top of the deck. It can only be used once per turn. Its graveyard effect is that once per duel, you can special summon this card if you have a Destiny monster that's either in the field or banished. Yeah, once per duel is kind of a little much of a hard lock. It would have been better if it was just a once per turn, but yeah. Oh, wrong card. Alright, first off, fuck. Destiny Hero Plasma. Yeah, this is the alternative artwork. This is what the one that you probably seen at Masters Duels looks like, or in actual images. But its effect is that while it cannot be normal summon or set, it could be special summoned by attributing three monsters, not 3 heroes. This card really negates all face-up monsters that your opponent controls. So basically, just a one-sided skill drain. And you could like once per turn, you could take 1 monster your opponent controls, put it in your like spell and trap zone as the equip spell. Equip like that, an equip spell, and it gains attack equal to it. So let's say the highest monster is like a 5,000 5-headed dragon. You could use that, and this gains 2,500 attack points. Now, obviously, while this may be really much great, it is great too. But like, it's just so weak. Only 1,900, especially when you go first. And you have the right like monsters for it to tribute, and you know gonna be destroyed during the next turn. But it's really weak. It's like it only not even his defense helps it. But that's because this is where this comes from. D-Force It's a continuous spell that allows you that when this card is activated, you can actually search out Plasma either from your deck or graveyard and add it straight to your hand. Now, this basically says that as long when Plasma is on the field, you can activate its three effect. It's actually one of its three effects. First, the drawback is that you cannot draw during your draw phase. You always have to skip it. I mean, not skip it, but like, you know. But like, yeah, you just cannot draw during your draw phase, but you still like draw like in any turns besides that. Your opponent can activate cards you control with card effects, so basically that's actually a good thing too, because if they cannot target cards you control with card effects, then basically they cannot be destroyed too. And that's actually the worst part about the heroes. The main downside, they might be powerful, but they have no protections, only besides a few. But that's it. Each like every single card in either graveyard gives Plasma 100 attacks for each monster. Graveyard cannot be destroyed by a card effect, and also can make a second attack during each battle phase. So yeah, you can make an OTK with you can make a one-turn kill with this thing. Let's start out with the other ones, the ones that you probably never expected. First off, we're gonna start off with Yugioh. Yeah, wondering how. So it's because nobody ever plays Yugioh, obviously, but we use Yugioh for fusion materials for Kluger. Nothing really go normal with this effect. Its effect is something really that we're gonna be playing, since we don't either play a Yugioh deck too. So that makes much more sense. We just use it as just fusion material, especially with cards, just as with Neo's Fusion. Neo's Fusion allows you to use two specific materials that one has to include Elemental Hero Neos on, that basically you can use from your deck, hand, and field as it. Fusion summon it, and then really much like make Elemental Hero any Elemental Heroes that have that either two materials, and that includes Neos in it. However, you cannot special summon the turn that you have activated this, and also if any of your cards that include any like Neos materials that's about to be destroyed or shuffled back, or like by anything, it's destroyed by card effect or by battle, you could banish this card, and it prevents it from happening. So it's really much great though. They have protection still. Another material that's really much just there is Rainbow Dragon for Rainbow Neos. Nothing really much ever good for you. You can't even special summon it, just like Yugioh. Like, you could use the fusion for it. We don't have the fusion in my deck. It's a good thing that we don't have that. But basically, if you can defuse Kluger and get back both Neos and Yugioh, that would very much be something. Hold on. The final two heroes the hero monsters that we're gonna consider. Technically, there's not a hero, but it's basically used like if he dies, then he gets his back. I'm talking about Neos Wise Man. Yeah, this is a real. I love this card a lot, but I hate that it's so hard to get out because you have to tribute both a Neos and Yugioh, and Yugioh has a bad effect where basically once per turn you have to like oh yeah, you have to tribute one monster in order to keep it alive. If it doesn't, it just gets destroyed. You don't even get to use its effect to basically special something. Whatever, I forgot it. But basically, this card effect is that at the end of like the battle, the damaging step, you can inflict damage equal to the attack of the monster to your opponent, and gain life points equal to that monster's defense that you destroyed. So let's say you destroy a monster that has 2,000 attack points and 2,000 defense points. Your opponent gets 2,000 damage while you gain the 2,000 defense points. It's a really great card, and it's also, and wondering how I don't use this, it's because Kluger's effect that basically by the graveyard is that if this card ever is destroyed or banished, just leaves the field, you could just special summon Wise Man directly from your deck or hand. One thing this has a negative effect is that this is an obvious brick, and you would hate this if this was in your hand. One thing I definitely would wish though, that this was a fusion material, just like how they showed it in the anime, not just in the real life where they make it a main deck, because super bricky to have. Anyways, last one is Elemental Hero Honest Neos. This is a quick effect monster from your hand. Basically, you send this card to your hand to your graveyard. to give one hero monster 2,500 attack points. This is obviously great for something like Shiny Neo's Wingman, because you can really much destroy Ulk harder, because basically this causes like this can make you go for a full like one like OTK, make you have more than an attack than 8,000. But yeah, it's a really great card. It's good for your deck too. Alright, now with these Neo Spacians we have right here, the first three we're gonna pick is Black Panther, Flare Scab, and Grand Mole. Why these three? Well, they'll be good for fusion materials, but I'm gonna tell you why later on. Their effects don't really much matter. You're never gonna spend something. I only spent something Grand Mole at one point, because just to get out a annoying monster, you really must put it back like to their opponent's extra deck. But you're never gonna really much normal summon it. But you could use it for the effect, like such as these four great cards that make Neo Spacians, but for help unplayable and even play along with the deck. Specifically, EN Engage Neo Space. This card effect lets you really much discard one Neo Spacian or hero from your hand and send you one Neo Spacian or hero from your deck too. And then you can special summon either a Neo Spacian or a level 5 or higher, monster. Now let me show you how this goes. Right here is also with EN Shuffle. Basically, this allows you to shuffle back an elemental hero monster or a Neo Spacian, shuffle it back to your deck, special summon a elemental hero monster or a Neo Spacian, and only just with like a different name from your deck. So if you shuffle back Stratos, you can summon another Stratos. But let me show you how this combo works. Search out any hero monster, then you have Fars, and then that's how you activate the effect. That's how the combo goes. Not really that bad, and it actually works really well, and it's actually got me just so many combos. Surprisingly, when people really much don't like the Neo Spacians, if they really much are actually quite good with this one, I'll definitely would say. Also, EN Shuffle, I forgot to mention, has a graveyard effect that you could shuffle back a elemental hero monster and Neo Spacian, or just elemental hero Neos, and then draw one card. But you have to banish it though. Another card that, but one ring, contact fusion is a really hard thing to do. I forgot to mention that I have that the reason why those three are there for contact fusion, because I'll show after I'm done with this. But like contact fusion is way hard. You have to have them all in the field, and then you have to shuffle them back. This is where theirs come from. Miracle Contact. This lets me fusion summon from using either my hand, field, or graveyard as fusion materials. Shuffle them back, ignoring their summoning conditions, and then special summon really much there. I forgot to also mention that there's also like two other cards I'm gonna mention here too. Is Match Change and Favorite Content. Match Change lets you like really much. Match Change lets you like tribute a hero monster with any attribute and special summon that same monster with that same attribute. So basically, just tribute summon a dark hero monster, then special summon Mask Hero Dark Law, and this one basically is here to just fusion summon using either both your hand, field, graveyard, or bandage zone as material. Special summon here is obviously for like contact fusion, but I never use it for that. I usually get Shiny Neo Wingman. And last but not least, the final like main thing for like both the Neo Spacian here deck, it is Neo Space. This is a field spell that basically gains 500 attack for all Neo's fusion materials, and you're not really much like obligated to, you're not like forced to really much use their effects. Any like of the contact fusions effects to shuffle them back, because bad effects could happen to them. All right. Now with the last three, like just main side decks that everybody really much plays in general, obviously having both 3 Ash Blossoms, 2 or 3 Infinite Imperulances. I don't really much play. I didn't get 3 because I'm broke. Yes, that is sad news for me. I'm really much a broke person. Couldn't afford another $5 card. But those are really much great card. Ash Blossom is really much great to use for hand traps to stop your opponent from doing something really that could really much get you that could really much get you to have a low chance of like winning. Anyway, let's get up here to the extra decks. First up, we obviously have. Let's start with the earlier one, Mask Hero Dark Law. Oh, all like. So basically, when its effect is basically obviously must be special summoned by this way by having mass change. You know, you tributing a dark hero monster to special summon this. its effect also states that that any card that goes to your opponent's graveyard, like at this point, when this card is on the field, gets banished. So that sucks, especially. That sucks. And basically, just if your opponent adds like a card from the hand, but aside from the draw phase, you could target one random card. You could really much have one random card your opponent has in your hand and banish it. This could be really great. It could be it could probably be a low chance of probably getting a card that they probably got, or it could be something that they had no cards in their hand. And they have no cards in their hand. They got a card that they search for that's really helpful for them. You could banish it instantly. Something great like that. Next up, number 13. Not ranking it by low. I'm just ranking it by by whatever. But Vision Hero Trinity. This is a card I probably might end up changing on later because, as you guys know, the Suprema Darkness is coming up, which basically has Evil Hero Lord Neo. I'll talk about that later. But this basically must be fusion summoned by 3 hero monsters. This gains double the attack, so 5,000 this will gain. It can attack 3 times in a row, but cannot attack directly. You're never going to use Vision Hero for anything besides like OTKs. I have not actually ever used Vision Hero before, besides like one time in Master Duels, and I actually won with that. But that's because I also had Power of the Guardians to help me win too, which I don't use anymore. So I never really much use this card. It's rarely used. I've never played locals, so I don't know how this goes. But I'll probably my summon Trinity. But I'll change it one day. Alright. Elemental Hero, Flame Wingman, Infernal Rage. Not the original, just the newer version. This lets you search out any favorite within within your deck, straight to your hand. So you could really search out favorite contact quite easier. And it makes it funny though. It has something called favorite because this was Judai's favorite card in the first episode of GX. GX. It also has a field effect that if you use a level 7, if you use a normal hero monster, a normal elemental hero monster, obviously because you need both 2 elemental hero monsters with different attributes. With different attributes in there, so and you could tribute this card to summon a level 7 fusion level 7 hero monster in either your extra deck or field that cannot be normal summoned by ignoring summon condition. This is easy to search out for Brave Neos. Here you have an elemental hero, Brave Neos. This card effect is basically that it gains 100 attack for each elemental hero, or no, not just elemental heroes, but basically just like any heroes and Neo Spacians in your graveyard. And also, it's the fact that if it destroys a card, you can add 1 spell to trap from your deck that specifically lists the card as Elemental Hero Neos in its text. It's basically the Spirit of Neos, but you get to use it here. And it's actually not a it's not a once per turn. What makes it funnier? Because if you have something where you can battle twice, you can use the same effect twice and search out for cards. That's really great for it. I think I might be losing my voice here. I don't know why. It's getting hot too, but we're almost done. Oh yeah, the generic one. The one that you're really much always gonna need. Elemental Hero Sunrise. Oh. This effect is that when this is special, well, this field effect is that I gain all cards you control gain 200 for each monster you control gain 200 attack for each attribute you control. So if you have a total of 6 different attributes, if both light, fire, water, air, earth, and like light, and we're not playing divine because divine beasts because these are exclusive cards. You can only gain 1,200 attack points, but most likely that's never gonna be it. But it's great though that it gains a lot of boost because obviously elemental heroes by their names are basically saying they have like they come from different variations. And also like its effect that you can search on Miracle Fusion, which is something really great because Miracle Fusion is not searchable. I mean, we have cards like Polymerization with like Vion and other cards that basically can search on Polymerization like that, but nothing would ever like with Miracle Fusion. So it's really much great that you get to use it. So you get to start your combo up to even special summon, to even get out quicker. Infernal Rage really quick, because you probably might use elemental heroes as the materials for that one. Also, I forgot to mention that it requires 2 hero monsters with different attributes, so it's much more easy to get out. So you can use both a vision hero and elemental hero as it. Next one it is Destiny D Hero Destroyer Phoenix Enforcer DPE. Love this card a lot. This makes cards weaker for me to be destroyed by battle, so also makes my plasma have a much more higher chance of surviving. Basically is that you always need the fusion materials are level 6 or higher hero monster plus 1 destiny monster. So these are used with Destiny fusion to send both your malicious or denier to the graveyard, so you can really use their effects because fusion destinies like allows you to like still allows you to still like attack, allows you to like still special summon dark hero monsters. But this effect is that all monsters your opponent controls lose 200 for each like hero card in your graveyard, so it's gonna be really bad for them. Also, quick effect is that you can destroy 1 card from your field, destroy one card your opponent controls. And also, if this card is ever destroyed by battle or card effect, you can activate the effect that you can special summon 1 Destiny Hero monster from your graveyard during the standby phase of the next turn. Now, one thing that's great is that Destroyer Phoenix Enforcer is not a must-be fusion summon monster, so you could bring it back even if it gets destroyed by Fusion Destiny before your opponent even destroys that. So basically, you can bring it back even if your opponent keeps on like destroying it comes back either way. Either way, so much time until your opponent has something like called by the grave, I think it was called. I showed it to you earlier. But basically, if it's like that, and like it's gone forever. Anyways, another one is Rainbow Neos. This is one of the few like hero cards that one of the few fusions that don't include like hero or like any hero. Share Rainbow Neos. So basically, if you want to get something like quicker, like getting a big beat stick like this, but if you something like Farce's effect, it's too late because it doesn't have hero. It doesn't have hero in its name. But this is a 4,500 beat stick that basically has the effect where like, oh by the way, I forgot to mention like 1 elemental Hero Neos plus 1 ultimate crystal monster. This is gonna be like anything by Rainbow Dragon, Rainbow Dark Dragon, Rainbow Dragon Overdrive, and Ultimate Rainbow Dragon Overdrive. The reason why I say ultimate crystal, if you've never seen any actual like Rainbow Dragon, they used to originally this before like pre-errata. This used to be both Rainbow Dragon and Rainbow Dark Dragon. Also fun fact, they're called ultimate crystals here, but like in the OCG they're called ultimate jewel gods. So I guess why they had to change it, like not only because like they say like jewel, because like obviously in the OCG they call crystal beasts are known as gem beast. So here we call them crystal beasts here. But anyways, this is called with the ultimate crystal monster. So basically, is that you can activate 3 effects, but it's only be activated once per turn. So send 1 monster you control to the graveyard, shuffle all monsters your opponent controls into the deck. Send 1 spell and trap card you control to the graveyard, shuffle all spell and traps for your opponent control to the deck. Send one card from the top of your deck to your graveyard. Shuffle all cards to your graveyard into the deck. Now you're never gonna use the third effect unless your opponent uses like shitty like Yubel decks, or any graveyard effect decks. So you're only gonna use that. But I've been getting nervous with the third one because it's obviously like really like scary if you like send a card to the graveyard from the card that you need. So it makes it much more like dangerous for that fact. Finally, technically the second last hero monster, the last normal hero monster I have is Elemental Hero Neo Kluger. Elemental, yeah, oh yeah, I got that right. This card effect basically states that while it must be fused by both an Elemental Hero Neos and Yubel. Before damage calculation, if this card battles an opponent's monster, you can inflict damage to your opponent equal to that opponent's monster attack. So, let's say your opponent is gonna kill you with like a 8,000 beat stick. You can use the effect way before that, so then it can destroy you quicker. So let's say your opponent has something like Numeron Dragon, and it uses the effect to try to OTK, not FTK, try to limit destroy your monster. You can instantly just destroy it quicker. Its card is destroyed by battle or leaves the field because of an opponent's card effect while the owner still controls it. You could special summon one Neo Spacian from your hand or deck, ignoring this summon condition. You can use this effect of Elemental Hero Kluger once per turn. Now the thing is that is basically the definition of fixing an error, having a solution to an error. Because Neo's Wyvern was not a good card because one thing, it was a main deck and it wasn't the fusion like I said earlier in the anime. So like it never really got to see play because you need to tribute both Elemental Hero Neos and Yubel, which I think Neos is quite easy to do, but if you want to get Yubel in the field, it's quite difficult, especially that Neos Wiseman is not a hero monster, so you can't use something like Stratos to like bring it to your deck automatic, to bring it straight from your deck to your hand. If it had something like Elemental Hero Neos Kluger, Neos Wiseman, this would have at least see a little bit, and would have probably made Neos Wiseman a SR. Anyways, the first contact fusion, it is Magma Neos. Now this is actually the generic. This is a triple contact fusion. Yes, before we all have triple contact fusion. None of them were ever like what you thought they were, like Dark Neos, Grand Neos, or Flare Neos. This is Magma Neos. Use the required fusions by both Elemental Hero Neos, Flare Scab, and Grand Mole. Must be special summoned from your extra deck by shuffling cards you control the deck, not using polymerization, of course. This card gains 400 attack for each card in the field, so that's really great. They can get a big beat stick from that. And anyways, when this card is shuffled back to your extra deck, usually when like other like contact fusion would happen, they have no effect. These triple contacts have a great effect. I mean, actually, kind of a negative effect for both you, but a great effect for helping your opponent get out. So basically, just this when this card gets back to the extra deck, it really much like returns all cards from the field straight to the hand. Straight to the hand, just like that. Also, there's an apple sticker right there. Oh, like apple sticker right there. Second triple contact, it is Elemental Hero Nebula Neos. This is actually the reason why I even got interested into the Neo Spacians, because like from this specific card, I just genuinely love it. Design and effect, how it is. This requires both Neos, Grand Mole, and Dark Panther. Obviously the same way, has it had the contact fusion. That's what we have Miracle Contact for. But anyways, when this card fuses summon, you draw a card equal to the amount of cards your opponent controls. So let's say your opponent has a full field, 6 monsters if you include the extra zone, 6 spells and traps if you include with the field. So you draw 12 in total. That's actually a lot. That could get you the biggest game. I've used this card multiple times in actual like duels or even practices, and I've won with that. Oh, but just the bad part if I just get ashed or infinite imperial or something like that. However, its other effect basically that when this card fusions summon, you can negate one monster, and if this card is put back into the extra deck, all cards are banished. That's not a great effect, so that's why Neo Space is here to protect us. Now, a really great effect that is something good, but it's hard to get out, is Elemental Hero Cosmo Neos, a 3,500 beat stick that requires both Neos and 3 Neo Spacian with different attributes. So that's what we both have with Grand Mole, Flare Scab, and Dark Panther, a Earth, Fire, and Black Dark attribute. So when this card is fusion summon, this card is special summon from the extra deck. You can activate the effect that for the rest of the turn, your opponent can activate card effects, and they can respond to this. So they can't solemn strike your solemn strike or judgment your monster. And also, if this card returns to the extra deck, destroy all cards your opponent controls. So that's actually really much of a good thing. It's not destroy yours, it destroys all your opponent's. Now for the final fusion monster in my hand, this goes on to Elemental Hero Shiny Neo Spacian. What is my favorite card to use? It is a 3100 beat stick that basically says when this card is special summoned, you can destroy as many cards as much as to like the attributes. So if you have all 7, if you include the divine beasts, you can destroy 7 cards in your opponent's field. That's most likely half of what they own, especially with today's decks. Also gains 300 attack for each hero monster, not heroes, but each card in your graveyard. So it could be, so Ashes can like go in along with Yubel and a Rainbow Dragon can like go through and like still have to gain the attack. And also if it destroys a monster your opponent controls, inflict damage equal to that attack. So obviously it has Wingman's effect, but it has a weird effect. Obviously this is meant to be an evolution version of Shining Flare Wingman. I think it was called that. I forgot. But Shining Wingman, where like instead of getting 300 for each like monster in the field, just elemental hero monsters in general, which wasn't a good effect at the time. And also basically requires Sparkman too as an effect. But now because you have this makes it quite easier to use it. It has a destruction effect. Also great effect is that it cannot be destroyed by card effects, one of the few like hero monsters to have protection on them. What a great thing. Now the last 2 link monsters are obviously both Wonder Driver and Cross Crusader. This was actually just an extra one. So basically, Wonder Driver has the effect is that if a hero monster is ever in your field, you could take on either any polymerization spell card, one fusion spell card, one change quick spell from your graveyard, set the target. It also has a graveyard effect that if it's destroyed, it also has another effect where it's destroyed by any way, so you can start summon a hero monster from your hand, which you're never going to use since you're going to use all your hero monsters. Even if you have something like Spirit of Neos, you should use its like its effect, so basically it won't be destroyed by battle. So in case your opponent tries to, let's go for direct attacks. Last one is Cross Crusader. Lets you special summon 1 Destiny hero monster from your deck, one from your deck. One for your graveyard. So basically, destroy Phoenix Force to get stopped by any way, not by being banished though. This could actually help you a little bit. That was it, and that's it for the hero deck. Oh fuck! Keep and look slipping for the hero deck. Hope you love it. Also for the last one, I was talking about Evil Hero Neo's Lord. That's what I was talking about. Like I might switch Trinity for that. Or I might take out Cross Crusader for it. Basically, let me tell you a quick thing about Neo's Lord. It's a effect that requires both a Neos and one monster from the field. So basically, is that when this card is fusion summon or a special summon, you could destroys an opponent's monster. No, actually, when an opponent's monster is sent to the graveyard, you can actually take control of one monster, and it cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects, being a really much overpowered monster, which I would buy when in January on 23rd, 2025. So I'll buy that really quickly, along with another one called Toxic Bubble, which has a really great effect, even greater than Liquid Soldier. But anyways, that was all it. Hope you like, subscribe, and hope this Hero Neo Spacian deck is really what's great for you. Hope you use it in the future. Anyways, bye guys. I love you guys.
Bust down, bitch, I'm drowning. I just bought a Cuban ring and dipped it in a fountain. Chain so heavy, I feel like I'm holding up a mountain. Everywhere that I go, it's a light show, I'm surrounded.